All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers, this is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown Day 198 by my count. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Going to work on Friday, I did my video and I was like, yeah, well, we got this week wrapped up. And then they announced RBG, the notorious RBG. RIPRBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, may she rest in pieces, passed away at the age of 89 or some crazy shit. She's like hella old. So everybody's freaking out about that. I mean, obviously, so this is one of these things. This is one of these. It's one of these Lord of the Rings moments where people go, well, like, allegedly. So I'm going to put it this way: allegedly, women, that is, humans with vaginas, I suppose, whatever, are very upset because they're going to lose all their rights because now the court is missing one. The court is light one liberal justice, and therefore we're going to become the Handmaid's Tale. Like, that seems to be what people are thinking, because we're going to repeal Roe v. Wade. So remember, women not having easy access to abort their babies is the same thing as fertile women being rounded up and hoarded as a commodity in a sort of Christian dystopian scenario. That's the same thing. You might think those things are different, as in one, you're just simply not allowed to kill your unborn baby on a whim, whereas in the other one, you may or may not have any rights to free mobility, voting, owning property, etc. The important thing is to remember those are the same thing. There's actually no difference between the two. That's what I guess that's what I'm being told anyway. But anyways, what I'm seeing is apparently that this will all just default to the states. So it'll default to a state level if they did repeal Roe v. Wade. That's years out, even, you know, depending on who they even appoint, right? But this is the Lord of the Rings moment. Is I'm watching people hysterically freak out about the danger to women's reproductive health or whatever, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg is now dead, and so then the Supreme Court is going to shift, and then the Senate is Republican, so, you know, they're going to appoint, I don't know, fucking Agent Smith or whatever, I don't know. They're going to appoint somebody who has some kind of like bewilderingly retrograde opinions. Some nightmarishly, not even conservative, but, you know, fascistic and authoritarian and, it's just a cartoon reality. It seriously is cartoon reality that's not, it's not really how things work. But, so yeah, it'll default to the state level, and then you'll just have to, like, go out of state to a neighboring state that is, like, abortion friendly. This is the same thing with, like, guns and stuff. Like, there are states where you have to, like, get a permit to get a gun, which seems unconstitutional, but they do it. If you don't want to live under that regime, then you got to go somewhere else. And this is the idea of treating all the states like a sort of cultural, social, legal laboratory, right? Political laboratory, where we try things out. Marijuana is legal in Washington. It is not legal in Idaho. See what happens. Probably a lot of marijuana trafficking from Washington and Idaho, I would assume. Well, rest in peace. Rest in peace, old lady. She was old. She was so old. And people hang all their hopes on these old people. It's like Biden. It's the same phenomenon. Like, he's so old. It's like he makes me feel tired. And, I mean, I'm used up, but like, he's used up, man. And people are hanging, like, all their hopes on this guy, like, oh, he's gonna save us. Dude, the guy's, like, so old and frail, and he probably has graham cracker bones. Like, if he slips in the shower, he'll break a hip and he'll be out for months. It's just, I mean, Trump's not too much better in terms of age, but just hanging all your hopes on these people is just bizarre. They're old people that have power and influence, and that's what they are. They're not heroes. Some of them aren't, most of them even aren't even good people. Nancy Pelosi is not a good person. She's a successful person. She's got her expensive refrigerator with all her ice cream, but she's not necessarily a good person. She plays power politics at the highest level. You basically have to be dirty at that level. You have to lie. and this is the thing about the Ginsburg passing and the Supreme Court appointment that's coming, is there's all kinds of videos of, like, so people are saying, oh, you can't appoint a new justice during an election year. But then there's videos of, like, Biden and other people saying, like, oh no, the Congress has to do what they are supposed to do. They have to appoint this justice even though it's an election year. And so it's like the long-term power politics game of appointing things like Supreme Court justices, which are appointed for life, reveals the power politics, that sort of Gollum-y Lord of the Rings moment, the precious. Oh, we must have the precious. They want the precious. Oh my goodness, do they want the precious? Oh my goodness. It's like the theatrics, the hysterics, the blatant, like, lying, misconstruing, gaslighting, all this stuff is all in service of getting your way politically at the federal level. That's it. I mean, that's the game. And we're caught up in it. I think the most important part is to not lose your own mind. Is just to not become a complete piece of shit yourself that lies and has double standards, and just try to be coherent and make good decisions for yourself, navigating this crazy world with all of this nonsense in it. So that's basically my Ruth Bader Ginsburg take. What else is going down? So I'm basically a superstar at this point. I hit 1,000 followers on the Twitter machine, so there's that. And as a result of hitting 1,000 followers, I asked my followers, hey, what do you want? Well, I'm going to do a video or something. What do you want? And they said, well, do like 30 minutes. And I'm like, 30 minutes on what? And I ran a poll, and apparently what the people want is 30 minutes of Kyle telling his origin story. So I'm not saying I'm that old. I'm not saying I've been through that much. Like, I never went to war or anything, but let's just say Kyle's been through some shit. So I could probably do 30 minutes. I'll actually talk to the camera rather than have the camera point at traffic. I'll talk to you. You'll see my face. And I'll do 30 minutes and tell some of my backstory anyway, some of my origin story. And we'll see if anyone likes it, if it's interesting or not. Certainly been an interesting few years, that's for sure. So part of the story is all of this crazy shit. I have to decide what, like, personal details I'm gonna reveal, and what's, I'm not perfect, so there's things I could tell you that might make you think less of me because I did bad things in the past, maybe committed crimes and things. Nothing crazy. I'm not like a murderer or anything, but that's I don't know. It's a tough field to navigate, especially with all this crazy cancel culture stuff. And plus, I don't want somebody who, from my small town I came from, like, trying to out me and, like, debunk what I'm saying by, like, calling me a liar or something. Because they're not all of them are dead. Some of them are dead. a lot of them are dead or in jail or living completely different lives in different parts of the country now, and so there's that. But I'll give a rundown after I get a haircut, so I look all nice for you. My hair is just out of control, and I either need to give myself a haircut or go pay someone to give me a haircut, because this is a mop. It is. I look like a beetle. I look like a beetle on drugs. Not the insect, the band. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, so I will be trying to produce the 30-minute video for, oh God, Sound Transit. Fuck. I will be trying to produce the 30-minute video to reward all of my 1,000 followers with more of me, because apparently that's what at least 1,000 of you want, is more of me. God forbid, I don't know what's wrong with you people. But that's what the people want. We got to give them what they want, right? Right. Apparently, some of you like driving to work with me. I haven't even really taken a different route. It's just more traffic and me talking. Maybe you just like me talking. I don't know. Apparently people like Joe Rogan talking. That's the other story. That's the other story that I find hilarious. Apparently, so Joe Rogan made this big move to Spotify. Spotify, a big podcast hosting platform, for like hundreds of millions of dollars. And now apparently employees at Spotify want to have editorial control over what's said on the Joe Rogan show, and whether they even publish them at all. And I find it hilarious, because it's like, all right, you get to deal with Rogan and Rogan's audience. Good luck. Good luck. They already excluded some episodes of some shows, like ones with Alex Jones and Gavin McInnes, from the Spotify library. And allegedly Rogan said that he wanted them to be excluded and to just stay up on YouTube for whatever reason. Okay, fine. If Spotify wants to try and censor Rogan, though, that is going to be tough. That is going to be tough, because the audience will know if Rogan is self-censoring. They will know. And he will message that he is. Or he will straight up just say that he is, if that's what they want to do. And he might have put on golden handcuffs, but I doubt it, because the content will suffer and become less popular if it becomes less genuine. There's something about the genuineness of the way Rogan talks to people. He kind of sometimes puts the screws to people. Other times they just have a great time. He has the craft and the art and craft of interviewing down to, well, an art and a science, right? And that's what makes the show so successful. So if they're gonna try to tamper with that and temper it one direction or another, it's going to be rough. It's gonna be rough. All right. Well, it's Monday. It's gonna be an interesting week. Got some stuff to take care of this week. Oh, I installed my new locking mailbox because these freaking degens keep stealing our mail. Good luck now, jerks. Can't steal my mail if the mailbox is locked, am I right? And now my body hurts because I had to dig a big hole and pack it with rocks and bricks and things and put the thing up, and ugh, I feel sore today. Did some weed whacking, like a grown-up, taking care of my property. Monday. Could be worse, I suppose. Anyways, we can breathe again, and I can see the sky. Oh my God, you guys, I can see the sky. Maybe there's hope for this year yet. I don't want to get too excited, though, because something terrible will happen, tomorrow, to make this worse. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.